I've been waiting all day for this. Baron, my handsome man. Hi, human. Hey, babe. You ready? All right, let's roll it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Soul Sense, where I'm joined today, with Anne. Hey, and Skylar's back with us today from the Vitality Way to bring us through. We're making things today, which is really exciting. But I feel like both of the girls know what's happening, but it's like a surprise for me, kind of, even though the recipe's been up on the bulletin board for like a week. But I'm excited. Skylar, tell us a bit about what we're doing today.
Yeah, so we're making some summer seasonal things that you can maybe bring to a social distance potluck or quickly make for yourself for lunch or dinner. We're gonna do a chickpea salad. We're doing a Maca smoothie, which is, I'll get into what Maca is when we're making it, but this is gonna be like an energy boosting, cool down smoothie. And then we're also making carrot hot dogs.
I love that.
My roommate, who is male, was looking at like the list of everything this morning, and he's like, carrot hot dogs. So I will change your minds if you do watch the recipe and see that it is delicious, and I'll show you some ingredients to make it super delicious and meaty tasting. And even if it's just something that you add to your hot dogs or to your barbecue plate, and it's just another way to get some more nutrients into your body.
I'm so excited.
So excited and so hungry now.
Yeah, it's almost lunchtime. So
yeah,
that's perfect. So you tell us where we're to begin.
Okay, so we're doing three things. We're doing the Maca smoothie, we're doing the salad, and we're doing the hot dogs. But we're going to start with the hot dogs because they take the longest. So I'm just putting the carrots in the bottom of the pot right now. Shoving them in. If you have to cut them to make them fit into the pot, you can do that.
Okay. Done. Didn't have the pot out, but I cut the carrots appropriately.
We're pouring all of the sauce flavors in. So we're Tamari, so that's a soy sauce, traditionally gluten-free and without soy as well. So if you have some allergies, particularly thyroid problems or hormonal imbalances, it's really good to use tamari and not soy sauce, and look for something that's gluten-free and soy-free. So the last ingredient I'm adding is tomato paste, and I have found a tomato paste from Terra Foods. If you're from Kingston, it's a health food store. That's amazing because you just use it exactly like you use regular tomato paste, but it's not in a can. So that's very good for not getting those BPA toxins into you. I can explain more what that means later on, but predominantly you want to make sure that you're buying things that aren't in cans or in cans that don't have that BPA plastic that is going to impact your health negatively.
Love it.
So this tomato paste is great too, because I always find that if I use a small can of tomato paste, I'm not using
all of it,
right? And then it goes bad. So this stuff is awesome. You just throw it in the fridge after you use it and good to go. essentially that's going aside right now so that
I feel like this is where we then walk into the kitchen where everything's done and we're eating the
I have maca.
So it's usually like a white powder. Sometimes it's a darker powder. And it's really good for hormonal health and for adrenal support. So actually, all of the recipes that I have curated for this is recipes to help with stress balance, because if we are stressed, then that impacts our hormonal health, it impacts our immunity, it impacts our digestive system, everything. So cortisol is a hormone that gets released when we are super stressed. And in the times that we have been in recently with all the pandemic and then works changing. Oh, are your carrots boiling? Because mine are, by the way.
teamwork.
Make sure with the carrots that you're like stirring them a little bit, especially if the water isn't fully covering or the liquid isn't fully covering them, because you want to make sure, essentially you're steaming your carrots right now in this like frothy, beautiful juiciness.
I'm just like hover cooking. Like, I think she's doing it right. I think she's doing
So yeah, so we're multitasking right now, and if you measure out all of your ingredients before you cook, it is much easier to multitask.
so easy.
That one, for sure. So as I was saying with maca that we're using for the smoothies, so it's really good for adrenal support specifically, and also for hormonal support. And so this is something that often you'll probably read in health magazines or whatever, if people are looking for a way to help with maybe menopause or to help with PMS. Maca has always usually been the buzzword being suggested right now. So you can get it in supplement form, but why not add it to food? And so smoothie is the best way to do so, because it does taste super earthy, and some people don't necessarily like that earthy taste. So we're adding ingredients right now that are quite sweet and natural sweetness to help with that earthy, dirty, beautiful maca taste. And cinnamon actually helps with blood sugar support. So when we're stressed, we're going through ups and downs and highs and lows all the time. And so cinnamon, adding a little bit to your coffee in your day or to different foods, can really help with stabilizing your blood sugar levels. Just as a little tip.
Love this.
Sea salt is great, high in iodine. We want foods high in iodine, like seaweed added to maybe salads or pastas. Sea salt's really good as well. It helps with thyroid health, which your thyroid hormones, when you are stressed out, they start overproducing or not producing properly. And this is where autoimmune disease can be rooted in. So as you're feeling stressed, it's always good, even if you're not feeling stressed, it's always good to add more iodine through diet into your food. Because if you do more research on iodine, people will be like, oh no, like you can easily have too much in your diet if you don't need it. But when you're eating it in food, your body will only absorb what it needs, and then it will just remove the rest. So seaweed, sea
Give my
salt,
body a pat on the back for being so rad.
right?
My body's screaming. Also, I think a really important thing to say is not only do these things help with stress when we're in stressful situations, but like Skylar said, you don't have to be in a stressful situation to add these things to your diet in sort of a preventative way, right? So that's also really cool. It's like working out to not hurt yourself later.
Yeah, it's all about preventative measures, right? And so the other thing about stress though too is that daily we experience, even if we don't think like, okay, like I didn't experience that sense of like fight or flight situation today, like nothing big happened, but even like a car horn honks at you, you get a level elevated heightened stress. Maybe someone talks to you the wrong way and it like heightens and elevates your stress. Your body's still doing that same flight or fight response,
Right.
even though you might not be mentally associating that to something that is more stressful, that you might associate as more stressful in your life. So that's why simple measures through food, through diet is so helpful to just keep you balanced all the way through.
Just be so ready, so chill. I like it. All right.
So I'm blending mine. Are you guys
What's your
ready?
name?
Okay.
It's like a blended muffin.
I know.
Yeah, it is like a blended muffin.
I think it's a banana muffin. So, salad dressings are best to add to a glass jar, and then you can just shake it up when you're ready, and then if you don't use it all as well, you can just store it in your fridge. So it's always great to make a little bit extra if you need to.
Okay.
You can use it in different things. So another aspect to stress is that, so our adrenals are the organ in which we produce cortisol, which is the hormone that gets released when stress occurs. So the adrenals, they actually, a symptom of a root chakra imbalance is adrenal fatigue, which means high levels of stress. And if you don't even feel that high level of stress, it's maybe the symptoms from the root chakra imbalance that is creating the stress in your life. So for example, some reasons why our root chakra becomes out of balance is not really knowing the future, not knowing how we are going to be or manifest ourselves in the future, feeling unstable in our own surroundings at the moment. And so essentially when the pandemic happens, like what has happened, it's totally uprooted everything that we know around us and around the world, right? So we've all been impacted in our own ways, in different ways, which are all very similar thematics to root chakra imbalance. And so this is actually something that I'm gonna write in a blog post in the very near future to give some more explanations around it. But essentially, what happens when our root chakra is out of balance is we feel fatigued, we feel digestive problems and colon problems can start to happen, and just generally feeling like emotionally not so stable, out of balance. So if these are your symptoms that you've sort of been feeling lately, there's lots that you can do to help support your root chakra, but there's also lots you can do through food. So eating root vegetables in high levels of protein or concentrated protein. So like protein through meats, but protein through beans, protein through hemp seeds, protein through nuts and are great ways as well to help to support your root chakra at this time, which then helps to support your adrenals, which helps to support stress levels.
And if we're not, and that's the thing that I don't think people realize is when we eat poorly or we eat like shit, let's be honest, we're giving ourselves a poor chance of having any healthy gut health, which is affecting our mental capacity and our brain fog and our mental health and all those things. But we don't put it together that way, really. We think if we eat poorly, we're going to gain weight, and that's the only real downfall. Or, you know, really bad cardio health or different things like that. But it's eating to have mental clarity. And I think that people have to start thinking of it that way. If you're choosing to eat poorly, you're also choosing to allow yourself to be in a state of mental fog and in distress from not providing the proper things for yourself. That's like, we have to take responsibility for that.
Yeah, and mental fog is one of those huge things that people don't even realize that they have mental fog until they don't anymore. And they're like, whoa, wait, this is what... Yeah.
Because they've been living in that place for so long that it's become the norm, right? People get so used to that being their baseline. It's the same thing with drinking. We get so used to what that next day feeling is, that hangover feeling is, or whatever it is. We don't know what it's like to feel our body without that substance for a 1 week chunk of time, a 2 week chunk of time, a 3 week chunk of time. But it is, we live in that mental fog and we don't actually know it's there until we can step out of it. And then you're just like, oh shit.
One thing I think, particularly for those who get diagnosed with some sort of a deficiency, imbalance, autoimmune disease, they feel like their whole world is going to change and has changed. And so if they come to nutrition to help sort them out, there's so many little things that can just adding a few things each week makes such a huge difference that it doesn't have to be overwhelming, particularly if you have someone helping and guiding you through. But you really, if you have support and you sort of know how to be led in a direction, changing your food habits does not have to be that difficult at all. And the change that happens in your body as a result of just changing one little thing can be unsurmountable.
Oh yeah, the results are catastrophic. And I think that that's a good thing moving forward for you and I and anyone in sort of the wellness industry, is to really start challenging that more, right? Because it is that that's really the base of it all is nutrition and you know, befriending body. So we'll really just start to like pump that into people.
I've put my carrots just to a real low simmer to like kind of just finish off.
Okay.
If you feel yours are done, you could even like just turn it off and let them sit and cool.
Okay.
I'm actually probably just gonna let them. I've decided I'm letting mine cool, but they could use a little bit longer cooking. So I'm putting a lid on just to keep them cooking in the lid. And then the element off though, so it's also simultaneously gonna cool them down. I have spinach here. I've chosen spinach for my salad. You can use spinach, watercress, really anything you want for salad greens, whatever you prefer. And I'm literally just gonna like kind of dump everything in. So I've got my chickpeas.
Go ahead and dump it in.
And here I'll say again about chickpeas, which normally come in cans, right? So you can buy organic chickpeas. Eden chickpeas are really friggin' great, and they are BPA free. It says it right on, I don't know if you can say that.
Okay, so if we are buying canned items, that's what we're looking for. BPA.
That's what we're looking for. You can generally only find them at health food stores or in the health food sections of grocery stores. They are a little bit more expensive, so if money is an issue for you, then maybe it's more about time than to prepare dried chickpeas. And so you soak them for 12 hours or so, maybe in the morning, and then you boil them for about an hour at night.
And soaked them. It was easy.
Yeah, it's super, super easy. And it's just, the cans have a plastic film, the BPA on them, that is very toxic to us. So it impacts our hormones very negatively, especially us as women, over a lifetime of consuming things in cans. So it's just nice to try to avoid it if you can. So those are a couple suggestions of how to do so. And then like with the tomato paste again, like that's why we're like looking for this like tomato paste like this, or you can find BPA-free tomato paste as well from health food stores. And I will say it is a little bit more expensive, but it's still worth it for your body, right? Do you want to be paying for cheaper food now and medication later, or no medication?
Fair. Good point. I like that. Nice perspective.
Brazil nuts are high in selenium, so they're really good. Again, like I'm talking a lot about thyroid health, but I'm talking sort of about like hormonal health in general, because if your stress and your cortisol levels are high enough, then all your other hormones are going to be out of balance as well. So you want to be adding foods that are supporting these other organs as well. So selenium in your Brazil nuts.
Anne just wants to add the pumpkin seeds. Ready.
Seeds. So add your pumpkin seeds.
Wait.
So a little trick too for like vegan cooking. Keep adding.
Keep going. I'm just distributing.
A little trick for like vegan cooking or like vegetarian cooking, or just getting more nutrients into your diet no matter what. If you're making a pasta, if you're making salads, you can be or even like your oats in the morning or cereal in the morning, you can be adding pumpkin seeds and hemp seeds and flax seeds. And flax seeds you'll want to add grounded, because that's where you'll get actually the nutrients. You won't digest the nutrients if the flax seeds aren't grounded. But you can be adding these to your salads. You can be adding these to your pastas. You can be adding these to your sauces to help gain and build nutrients. So if you see hemp seeds on a grocery list or whatever, don't think like, oh, am I ever going to use this again? Or is it only for this one recipe? You can throw them on anything and everything, and it like adds that extra balance of nutrition for you. Okay. And then the last thing is pineapple that we're adding. And pineapple actually has so many enzymes in them that they are the only thing that will actually digest you. Like, so if you like hold it into your mouth long enough, you know how like you get like the like rawness maybe on like the sides of your mouth? It's actually like digesting your body, the acidity. So that being said, eating them is really good for you because it helps build digestive juices in your stomach and helps give your body enzymes to break down the rest of the food. So it's nice to have them in salads, in your smoothies. You can this. That's it.
We've done it.
We've done it.
We've done it, and then we have this.
Yeah. Oh, here, there's like a little.
No, we like started to smush ours up a little.
Nice, I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go back to the carrots and assemble those.
I love this.
I don't know if you can see, but there's the carrots there. There's like a little bit of sauce left, but not really. So I just found, like, again at Terra, at our like local health food store, some really great local, what is this, lettuce?
Gourmet lettuce.
Type stuff, long enough that like you can basically wrap a carrot in it. Now, if you're gonna still use hot dogs, or if you want like another protein with it, by all means, you're just gonna do like a double, like a carrot hot dog thing. If I had it with me, what I would do too is add hummus to this to give it a little bit of protein.
I love that.
Okay, so some things that I know we're doing like a little bit different things for our toppings. Because I can give you guys direction. I just said grab some toppings. So I have made a strawberry barbecue sauce
Of course you did.
What? Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, I went strawberry picking at the one in Napanee. What's the strawberry farm? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Anyway, it was super cool. Got a bunch of strawberries, and then we like made a bunch of strawberry jam and all this other stuff. And so with like the strawberry jam, I just added like mustard, grainy mustard, and Worcestershire sauce, and what else did I add? Like garlic and ginger. And now I have this like weird, tasty, delicious sweet and sour barbecue sauce.
I love that.
That recipe will be in the menu plan as well. And it's so great because like using such local ingredients, especially right now, there is almost like lots of food on the farms right now because they don't have enough help to be picking the food at a lot of these farms local to us. Because a lot of their help usually comes from overseas in the summer.
Okay.
So like the raspberry and strawberry farms, actually, it's like so cheap right now to go pick your own because they need people to pick. Right? So
Deeply.
this is like a really cool idea just to know to be eating local, that like do a little bit of research, see what farms are out there that are offering you to come and pick up. And then you are like getting so close to your food as well, and it's just.
I like that how you said that you're getting so close to your food. Yeah, I like that.
It's like there's this huge component of love to home cooking. I believe that you are putting your love into the food, and there are like chakras in our hands that literally are like expending love, like universal love, into food, and then you're eating it, and that's why food tastes so much better.
Noe's Reiki it too before we.
Yes, and if you can do Reiki, even if you haven't been attuned to Reiki, you still
Reiki and food too.
In your hand that will, if you believe in it, they will provide energy to what you transmit it to. So just for the very last few things that I'm adding to mine is getting my like daily probiotics in through food by adding some kimchi and sauerkraut, because I love that like tangy flavor on hot dogs and on my burgers. So I have not made my own. I have bought some like local, I
love that. Okay.
And then we've got some sauerkraut as well. And this is full, both of them are super full of great probiotics for your gut, for digestion, to help support you always. So yeah. And that's it.
You're fantastic. Let's try it.
I want to bite.
Okay, yeah. I'm so excited for you guys to try it.
I'm going to go this. Oh, wait. I want the dressing on my food. Come on.
Oh, what? I gotta like.
Get it together, kids. Get it together. Oh, I like lunch dates with you.
Us?
You make us better as people.
You make me a better human. For real though, the salad.
Carrot hot dog.
It's sweet. It's so like it's so fun. Making things with like all food that grows from the ground. You know, like
I'm gonna go here.
It's very flavorful too. Like it absorbs well, which is surprising for a carrot.
yeah. And it's like it's not obviously it doesn't have that like still has that crunchiness to it a little bit. Not like raw, but like steamed, right?
I'm so happy right now. I'm the happiest when people feed me. I know that.
You fed you.
We started a new love language, food. I know it goes under an act of service, but I think food is its own love language.
It is. It totally is.
Yeah, so we've added one. We decided food is a love language that we both have.
When I was cooking in Costa Rica, I was working at a wellness retreat center there, and I was doing the meal planning and the cooking. And that's really like where, really like notice for love in food really came from. I was creating menus and sharing them with cooks who spoke only Spanish, and I barely spoke any Spanish. And somehow, through the nature of respect and love, we were able to create these magical dishes for people without actual vocal communication. We did it through the communication of love, really. Like, it was really incredible watching.
That's amazing.
And seeing the dance around, and I was terrified every time I walked into that restaurant, because I was like, I don't know how this day is gonna go and how we're gonna get this food to the people. Like, these ladies are making food that they've never seen before. I'm seeing ingredients that I've never seen before. Like, what's a cebolla? Oh, it's an onion. Okay. Like, where's the tomato? They're like, sorry, what?
Pardon?
So many complications.
So you figure it out, because like the end goal and just the love for food was and it was incredible. It was really
This is phenomenal. I can't, like a monster eating. I'm going to finish it up. Once we jump off, Skylar, I always find myself learning from you in so many ways, and I think that's why I love engaging with you so much. I don't think we have one conversation where I'm not like, where you're like hitting me with these little like education bolts that I then get to use and transfer, over into my own life and to help benefit other people. So I'm so appreciative of that. Again, none of this is ever possible without Anne. So for those of you, she's not in front of the camera often, but Anne does all of the things. So that's why we're here. So much appreciation to both of you. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me on. It's been so lovely. It's so fun to hang out with you guys.
Our pleasure. And then just give us a second. Can people find you right now?
Yeah, so on Facebook and on Instagram, I'm The Vitality Way, at The Vitality Way. And then Holistic Vitality Coaching is my website. And all of those avenues you'll be able to find when this video comes out. You'll be able to find links to the menu plan and the menus that I brought to you today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. You too.
We for sure will. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
I love you too.
Thank you, Skylar.
Bye.
Bye.